And we are. There we go. Okay. Okay, here we go. Mythified. Thank you. Here we go. Here we go. Okay. Lightning never strikes the same place twice. So, how many times have you heard lightning never strikes in the same place twice? Lightning never strikes in the same place twice. It sure does, as a matter of fact. Take Brigo. Uh-oh. Tech doing okay? Myth, I got you. Okay. Yes, it should because it sure does. Tall buildings like the Empire State Building have been struck many, 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 many times. Many, 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 many times. Okay, next one up. Here we go. Humans only use 10% of our brains. Humans only use 10% of our brains. Is that true? You only use 10% of your brain, do you think? What do you think? The truth is, nope. We actually use nearly all parts of our brain. Even while we're sleeping, we're still using parts of our brain. So where are all of those pieces? But they're all over the brain. We're using all of the brain in everything we do. Am I given enough time for this? Sam said that was too quick. Am I given enough time for this? I'm going to give it a minute, Sam. Sorry, I'll slow down. There is a bit of a delay between sending it and it hitting Facebook, so I will be mindful. Seems like that's about a 5 second. I'm not quite counting, right? Okay, ready for the next one? Good evening, everybody. How was your week? Let me know, type in there. Next one. Goldfish have a 3 second memory. Actually, I've never thought about goldfish memory, but there's something to think about. Someone gave me an important thing to think about a tree today. Fascinating. But anyway, back to the goldfish. 3 second memory. What say ye? Hmm. Sam said probably. Yep. Bob says yep. Well, actually, the truth is, are you ready for this? Anybody else? Any guesses? What do you think? Goldfish have a 3 second memory. Actually, the truth is, goldfish can remember things for weeks, even months. I've just never given thought to a goldfish's memory, but think about that. Weeks, even months. It's interesting. Very interesting. Okay, ready? Number 4. Here we go. Eating carrots significantly improves your night vision. Do you remember the carrot in our slideshow the other week? He was wearing glasses. I don't know about carrots and rabbits and vision and all. I'm not sure. Eating carrots significantly improves night vision. What say ye? Shem says true. Anybody else? Jums and Jules, how you doing out there? Bob, hi. Everybody have a good week. I am not seeing any Facebook thing. It still does say live, so I think we're doing good. Okay. Eating carrots significantly improves your night vision. The truth is carrots are good for your eyes. No doubt carrots are good for your eyes, but they won't grant you night vision superpowers. So yeah. It was a myth, Joms. Yeah, 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 yeah. Okay, here we go. How about this one? Bulls hate the color red. Now, how many times have you heard that? That seems so true. Bulls hate the color red. Sam says, I thought they were colorblind. Bob says, yes. What do you think? Hi, Emma. Yep, bulls hate the color red. Yep. All right. Actually, the truth of that statement are bulls are actually colorblind to red. They're colorblind. It's the waving motion that irritates them the most. Now, this I really had to double check again because some of these are like, nah, I think that's true. I always heard that. And don't they always use a little red cape or something? I mean, isn't there something about the color red? Maybe that ought to be the next question, right? Bulls hate the color red. No, bulls are actually colorblind. It's that movement that does it. All right, let's see what our next one is. Cracking your knuckles causes arthritis. Ugh, makes me have to crack my knuckles. Cracking your knuckles causes arthritis. What do you think? What say ye? Hi, Al. Good to see you back there. So, does cracking your knuckles cause arthritis? Actually, it's harmful. It's harmful. It's harmful, guys. It's harmful. How many of you can use the definition of the word harmful? Okay. It's harmless. It's just gas bubbles popping. So it's harmless. It's just gas bubbles popping. You know, that's another thing I've always heard. Seems like it. Always heard. And if you start popping them, you'll always have to pop them. Seems like I always have to pop them. Is that because I always have to pop them? Or I tell myself I have to pop them? Okay, what about this one? Heard this one. The Great Wall of China is visible from space. The Great Wall of China, sorry about that, guys. The Great Wall of China is visible from space. What say ye? Yep. Yeah, heard it's true too. I have. I've heard that forever. You can look out the window and see. Yeah, what do you think? Myth or truth? Well, what say ye? And the fact is, actually, it's pretty tough to spot from orbit with naked eyes. They can use special equipment and see it from outer space or see it, but you can't just, it's not visible from space through the naked eye. So that was interesting. I thought that was pretty cool. All right, next one. Ready? Bats are blind. Fact or no? Myth? Have you been mystified yet? Bats are blind. Are they? In any scary movie I've seen, bats, they sure do seem to know where they're going. So what say ye? Are bats blind? No? Yes? Okay, the truth is bats have excellent vision, especially at the nighttime. So, they are not blind. Okay, next up. Hair and nails keep growing after death. Ugh, morbid thought. However, hairs and nails keep growing after death. What say ye? Hello, Bob. Hello, Emma. Hi, Sam. Hi, Jumps. Hi, Jules. Hair and nails keep growing after death. The truth about that is they don't. The skin shrinks, giving the illusion that they grow. Oh, now there's a fascinating fact. So, no, the skin shrinks, giving the illusion that the hair and the nails keep going. Fascinating. Fascinating. All right, how about this one? Now, there's going to be a lot of people who think, I don't know about this. Sugar makes kids hyperactive. Sugar makes kids hyperactive. I know many people who believe that. Many, many, many people who believe that. Tell me, what do you think? Does sugar make kids hyperactive? Well, I'm going to tell you what the studies say. Are you ready for what the studies say? Because they say that there is no direct link between sugar and hyperactivity, just excitement. Oh, there'll be many parents to debate us with that, wouldn't they? There would be a many. All right, let's see about this. You swallow 8 spiders a year while sleeping. Oh, good Lord, no, please. I would think not. I would think that couldn't. No. Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm. Okay, myth or not? You swallow 8 spiders a year while sleeping. Truth is, thankfully, that's false. Spiders actually avoid humans. Did you know that? They would rather nothing to do with us, actually. But no, we do not swallow any spiders while we're sleeping. Well, I mean, I'm sure it happens, but no, no, that's a myth. We do not swallow 8 spiders a year. Next. Okay, next. Chameleons change color to blend with surroundings. Well, I mean, you see that in like the lizard dudes and stuff. Chameleons change color to blend with surroundings. Is that myth or fact? Hey guys, we're still doing good out there. Myth or fact? Chameleons change color to blend with surroundings. And the truth of that is mostly they change colors based on temperatures, mood, or mating signals. So it's not they just change colors to blend in with surroundings. Mostly they change colors based on the temperature, their mood, or their mating signals. So that you know the next time the next time one changes colors. Okay, next up, ostriches bury their head in the sand. Oh gosh, that goes with many sayings. Don't be an ostrich and bury your head in the sand, right? Ostriches bury their head in the sand. Is that fact or no? What do you think? Myth or no? Okay, somebody just sent Jones this not seeing the text, but you are, yeah. For some reason I'm not seeing the comments. I don't know what's the matter with that. Okay, guys, ostriches bury their head. I'm going to go ahead and move on, make sure we have enough time. Actually, they don't bury their head. They just lower their heads when threatened, but never actually bury them. They just lower their heads. Interesting. Very interesting. Okay, yeah, I don't see not anything on here either. Checking comment section here. I'm going to put it in test here and see if I can reset this. Okay. That got mine right there. Let's see what we have. All right, next up. Lightning only occurs during thunderstorms. Lightnings only occur during thunderstorms. Sorry there. Okay. Lightning only occurs during thunderstorms. What do you think? I am so sorry we are having trouble with our comments here. I just got one through, so there you go. Yes. Jill's like, see you there. Yes, Tommy, I see you there. Bob, yes, yes. Yes, lightning only occurs during thunderstorms. Truth, lightning can happen in volcanic eruptions, snowstorms, and dust storms. So, yeah, I mean, technically in a storm, in any kind of storm, a volcano storm, a snowstorm, a dust storm, absolutely. And then I went past one. Let me back up. Humans evolved from monkeys. This is another, oh, wow, this ought to almost be under hot topic. Please remember, I am the messenger. This was a myth thing. I had my silent partner, algorithm, help me with this. So humans evolved from monkeys. What say ye? Love the lightning. No way. I'm thinking lightning can occur. No, I'm thinking lightning can occur. What did it say? Lightning can happen in volcanic eruptions, snowstorms, and dust storms. So it sounds like it can not only happen during a thunderstorm, in any storm, any type of storm, it can happen. Thunderstorm, volcanic storm, snowstorm, dust storm. It just likes storms, I think. Thunder only happens when it rains. Ah, what is that? Is that song? Thunder only happens. Oh gosh, somebody can't think who does it. Okay. Humans are still monkeys, evolved or not. This was kind of interesting. Um, Truth. We share a common ancestor with monkeys, but didn't directly evolve from them. Now, I'm just saying, don't hurt the messenger. That's just what, but yeah, I even looked that one up a bit. I mean, isn't that, yeah. So, truth, we share a common ancestor with monkeys. That's interesting to know, but didn't directly evolve from them. Did you know that? Okay, so moving along. I don't know what's happening. None of us know. None of us probably want to know. Let's just move on. We're going to go into pop culture myths. How about some pop culture, guys? This one ought to be fun. You ready? Spaghettis. Here we go. I know. Quite interesting, huh? Very, very, very interesting. Okay, pop culture. Let's take a look at our first one. Myth or no? Luke, I am your father is a direct Star Wars quote. I said yes. I said yes. Luke, I am your father. Haven't we seen it a million times? Or on stuff, on shirts, on yeah, on everything. Luke, I am your father. And do you want to know what the truth actually is? The actual quote is, no, I am your father. Yep. No, I am your father is what it actually says. That's kind of surprising too. Ready? Let's go. Marilyn Monroe. Did she say well behaved women seldom make history? That sure sounds like something Marilyn would say. Well behaved women seldom make history. Wait, what? I know the movie thing. I know. Actually, the quote says, no, I am your father. They say that kind of pop culture made it a thing about Luke. I am so yeah, they changed that one word. Hi. Okay. You believe Marilyn did? Yes. There's a couple of yes on there. It does sound like something she would say. Yes, it does. Yes, it does. Okay. All right. However, no, nope, it's not. It is actually a statement made from historian Laurel Thatcher Ulrich. So it does sound very Marilyn Monroe is. This is an Mandela effect. Yes. Okay, here we go. Hold on. There you go. Walt Disney's body. Walt Disney, the dude, being the one who created, all the Walt Disney stuff, the little everything. Walt Disney. His body is cryogenically frozen. So, is Walt Disney's body on ice? What say ye? I think I've heard that before, but I don't know if I believe that's true or not. What do you think? I know I've heard it, but I'm not convinced. I'm not convinced. I need to watch Star Note. I know, right? Right. And just that one clip. I mean, like YouTube it. Go to YouTube and say however you tell YouTube that. Like YouTube, play where Luke says, where what's his name says, Luke, I am your father. And listen for it. Who was it who just told me Superman? I know, getting off track here. Superman's father was played by Marlon Brando. Did you know that? Interesting fact. I didn't know that. I was like, I had to think about it for a second. I was like, I still didn't. Have to go back and look over the credits. Okay, so the question was, Walt Disney's body is frozen on ice, is it or not? And the answer to that is actually he was cremated. So just the opposite of being on ice, right? Sorry, no, no, well, here we go to the next one then. Okay. No, it's no, right. Sherlock Holmes said, elementary, my dear Watson. Sherlock Holmes said, elementary, my dear Watson. hope that's true. I've always heard. I even saw that in the movie, I'm pretty sure. What say ye? Sherlock Holmes said, elementary, my dear Watson. And the fact of that is, the exact phrase never appeared in any of the books. In any of the books. So it might have been in the movies, but it never appeared in any of the original books. That's fascinating. So I'm sure it's been in the movies, but just state myth or not, it wasn't in the original books. It's something that was added on in the movies. So technically, he did say elementary, my dear Watson. That's what I think. Okay, Elvis Presley is alive and hiding. Now that we've all heard for the last 50 years. Elvis Presley is alive and hiding. No fun, no pick intended. Elvis Presley is alive and hiding. What say ye? Technically. I like that answer. Technically. OMG. Hey, hey. Not hiding. According to Men in Black, he just went home. Hey, hey. Okay. Officially debunked. Although it is where they keep the sensationalism going, isn't it? I think that's going to run for a while. It's been 50 years and it's still going strong. All right. And in spirit, hey, hey, holler. Amen. In spirit. All right. Mr. Rogers was a military sniper. I had heard actually he was in the military, something I had heard when his movie or before the movie came out or something. What do you think? Mr. Rogers was a military sniper. What say ye? Mr. Rogers from Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood, all nice and calm and peaceful. Mr. Rogers was a military sniper. I'm going to tell you, Jules, no. Jules says no. Mm-mm. Jules says no. And the answer is, you're correct, Jules. Nope. Tom says nope. Actually, he wasn't even in the military, by the way. Just something that got started up. And it's funny how rumors get started, and those are the things we end up. They stay with us. We end up taking him around. He's too calm. He was super laid back, wasn't he? Here we go. Next, the Mandela effect. Speaking of the Mandela effect, Jules, the Mandela effect proves parallel universes. The Mandela effect proves parallel universes. You've been getting a few of them, girlie. All right. The Mandela effect proves parallel universes. What say ye? This is a good one to think on, Truth, fun theory. Huh? Agree? Truth, fun theory, but it's reality, just collective false memory. That's fascinating. Do remember that it is my silent partner algorithm, and on that confirmation, fun theory, but it's really just collective false memory. Huh? Okay, we can revisit that one if we need to. And do remember algorithm, the silent partner. Okay, here we go. George Washington had wooden teeth. I've always thought this was true. George Washington had wooden teeth. You remember reading it in elementary school? George Washington had wooden teeth. And we're going to be moving on a little bit quicker here. Slam in those answers if you got time. Wooden teeth for George or no? Wooden teeth or no wooden teeth for George? The truth is, his dentures were made from human teeth and ivory. Historically accurate, I do believe that is. His teeth were made from others' teeth and from ivory. Not pleasant to think of that, is it? Okay, how about this? Next, moving right on. Gum takes 7 years to digest if swallowed. Just Personal fact, I don't swallow gum ever. I have never swallowed gum. I always thought it gets stuck somewhere. I don't know why. But gum takes 7 years to digest if swallowed. I guess I believe it never digests. I don't know. What do you think? What do you think? Is that a myth or no? Is it a myth? Are you being mystified yet? Yes, okay. We've got a couple of yeses in there. Actually, 7 years. I heard you could blow bubble. Thank you. Thank you for that great restraint. Gum takes 7 years to digest and swallow. Nope. It passes through normally, just like everything else. Go figure. All those moms. I don't believe it. I don't believe it. Yeah, I know it does. Yeah, gastric juices would break it down. I would, yeah, that would be, it would make sense. I just always believed it got stuck somewhere, like it would never digest. I don't know. But yes, it does, just like everything else. It's broken down and digested. Ta-da! Next. Frankenstein is the name of the monster, as opposed to, I don't know. Frankenstein is the name of the monster, maybe not the, um, who is Frankenstein? Who is Frankenstein? Is it the monster? Is it the doctor? Who is it? I feel like my whole childhood has been a lie right now. All right. I feel like most of my adulthood has been there too, Jules. Absolutely. Sam, I'm flabberflusted. I like it, flabberflusted. I need that word. Okay, so Frankenstein. I think he was the doctor, says Joms. Absolutely right. I do believe that is true. Frankenstein is actually the doctor's name, not the monster. So yeah. So I guess we often think of Frankenstein as being the monster, the big dude, and he's actually the doctor is actually the Frankenstein. Is the name Frankenstein. Okay, next up here we moving right along. Paul McCartney secretly died in 1966. Paul McCartney secretly died in 1966. Okay. No, that is not true. That is not even a myth. That's not even funny. Paul McCartney is alive and well. What do you think? Okay, we're going to be moving on this kind of quick. We're getting to our time here. The truth is, Paul McCartney is alive and well. Thank you, Lord. Amen. Okay. How about this one? Beam me up, Scotty was said in Star Trek episodes. So how many Star Trek episodes have you seen in Beam Me Up, Scotty? And Beam Me Up, Scotty. I think I've seen that in a few. I think. What say you? No, you got it. You got it. Beam me up, Scotty is an iconic phrase, but never actually uttered as a quote. Hmm. Boy, AI is messing with me because I feel like Kurt said that a few times. I'm almost sure, right? Beam me up, Scotty. Beam us up, Scotty. Beam me up. I'm sure that's been said in Star Trek episodes. Okay, thank God for chatting today, right? Because that iconic phrase, but never uttered exactly as quoted. Never uttered exactly as quoted. So beam me up now, Scotty. Beam us up. Um, in another way, but it was never actually said in that exact way on it. Okay. Um, here we go. Kurt. Okay, here we go. I don't believe that. I heard it. I know we need to just go back and on the ones we're really not sure of, we just need to like listen and okay, splitting hairs. I get that. I get that. But the point is beam me up, Scotty, what was actually said. I know splitting hairs, but I didn't split them. Remember, I have a silent partner. His name is Al. Rhythm, not my fault. Trishy, she just went up. Okay, so do we need to stop this now? I mean, do we just need to stop now before we ruin any more thoughts and dreams? Just let's quit. Just let's stop now. Okay, okay. I know. Chatty kind of, I know. I hear you. You didn't see that? I put my hand up. I said, I hear you. Okay. Cleopatra was Egyptian. Moving right along. Cleopatra was Egyptian. Cleopatra was Egyptian. Sorry. There you go. Cleopatra was Egyptian. No, she was not. Yes, one answer is no. The truth is, true is one. Do I need to see what else has been a lie? Actually, um, actually, Cleopatra was Macedonian. So she was not Egyptian, she was Macedonian. All right, now, sorry, Jules. This our next section might end a little better though. Let's just give it some time. Al, you over there? Let's have some support, huh? A little wave for support, Al. Hi, some support. Shout out. Okay, last one in our pop culture. Al, here we go. Albert Einstein failed math as a kid. Seriously, that doesn't even seem plausible. Okay, teachers, no. Then we have to be careful what things we always think we know, right? What we always thought we knew. We have to do a show on, well, this is kind of it tonight, isn't it? What you thought. Have you been mystified? Okay, Albert Einstein failed math as a kid. Ugh, and it drove him to study harder. Let's talk about Johnny for a moment. Actually, Einstein excelled in math from a very early age, as a matter of fact. He excelled in math from a very early age. So let's say it encouraged him to continue to move on. Okay, moving right along now. We just don't have to discuss this right now. Okay, how about facts and myths that are everyday myths and misconceptions? So just things that happen along every single day. What do you say? These should be a little funnier and a little lighthearted, okay? Okay. It's his opposite day. It kind of feels like it, doesn't it? Like doing this was it yeah, it kind of feels like that. I know, right? I'm telling you guys, I've checked them out. I can't tell you every single one. I've double checked and triple checked, but they're checked and they're pretty. They're like, yeah, it's kind of surprising, isn't it? Okay. Okay, next we're getting to everyday myths. Okay, here we go. Number one up. You lose most body heat through your head. You lose most body heat through your head. I think of babies, right? Because we put their little cap on and we have their little socks on, or we have little mittens on. And so it seems like you lose your body heat like everywhere. But you lose most, I know, let's not split hairs on things, but this is saying you lose most body heat through your head. And the answer is any exposed body part loses heat equally. So wherever your body part is exposed, heat's going to be escaping from that area. So if you want to stay warm, cover your mittens, cover your feet, cover your head, and cover you all up. Just cover you all up. Okay, next up. Dropping a penny from a skyscraper could kill someone. Whoa, a penny from a skyscraper, but I mean, a skyscrapers. I think I've heard something about dropping stuff from skyscrapers. Although, like, I don't know that you're gonna. Anyway, okay, true. Something's not right, and it is true. Okay, dropping a penny from a skyscraper can kill. Actually, the truth on that, moving right along, is it is too light. It wouldn't even bruise you. Dropping a penny from a skyscraper can kill a person. Actually, it is too light. It wouldn't even bruise the person. Next. You need to drink 8 glasses of water daily. That just sounds like something that's good for you, but if it lands just right on the side directly into someone's skull, Jules, oh my God. I'm not saying anything is possible. Dear Lord, in this world, absolutely anything is possible. Okay, you need to drink 8 glasses of water a day. Truth or not, the truth actually is hydration needs vary. There is no exact rule. There is no hard and fast rule for it. Hydration varies in each individual. All right, next up. Shaving makes your hair grow back thicker. I never heard that so many times. So either tons of doctors have lied to me. I know, right? I've been told how many glasses of water we should drink. Actually, hydration is dependent on, it varies. There is no hard fast rule. All right. Shaving makes your hair grow back thicker. Nope. All right. I got one. Nope. Got it. Yep. Actually, the truth is the nope. Hair just feels coarser when it's freshly shaved and growing back. Hair just feels coarser when it's freshly shaved and growing back. Yes. Okay. Waiting an hour after eating to swim prevents cramps. Whoa. Now, how many summers and how many pools and how many times has someone said to you, don't go eating right after you swim because you will get cramps? So, this is a good one. Myth or not, waiting an hour after eating to swim prevents cramps. Yes, wow, all lies. What was it? We've been mistaken. We've been mistaken. That's all. We've been mistaken. We're learning these things. Now we're learning these things. Lies, all lies. Okay, swimming after eating isn't dangerous. It is uncomfortable for some, though. Oh, I think I double checked that one, but I've always thought you shouldn't. And what about the benzos? Or is that just from going too deep? That's going too deep, right? I've always heard you're not supposed to eat. Okay, true, because it happens to me, so it's uncomfortable. Absolutely. Someone has diabetes. Absolutely. Look, we can check with algorithm and see. I mean, I'm saying, I tell you at the beginning of this, don't be hurting the messenger now. There's just no sense. No sense. Okay, are we ready? Okay. Next up, hold on one second. Okay. Well, okay. Microwave radiation is harmful. Microwave radiation is harmful. So I do remember signs in the hospital. I don't know recent, but old time ago, there used to be signs about it. But I don't think it was about the radiation. I think it was something to do with the whatever the thing that makes it work. My whole life just changed. All the things I've been told. All eyes. I'm sorry. Then why do they use it on people? Right? I know it makes you think, doesn't it? Microwave radiation is harmful. Okay, so truth is, microwaves emit non-ionizing radiation, and it is safe when properly used. So that's kind of how that goes. Welcome to the Great Awakening, Jules. I know, great. Sam says staying asleep. Okay, next up. Organic foods means pesticide free. Ah, organic food means pesticide free. Think about this when you see organic, because this is very important, isn't it? Is that true? There's a reason we buy our food. There's a reason we pay a little extra to get certain things sometimes. Oh my God, I got rid of mine because of that. Oh no. No, 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 no. Okay. Organic food means pesticide free. Actually, organic farms can use natural pesticides. Don't ask me. I don't. And I didn't look it up. I don't know what natural pesticide means, but I'm assuming from the answer that it is not pesticide free. Maybe it's just a different kind of poison. I know. Well, I would say true, but heck, I don't know anymore. I know I always thought organic food meant it didn't have anything bad in it whatsoever. It just was probably good for you, good food. But I don't think that's, organic just means it was raised in a different, brought to be in a different way, so to speak. But yeah, I worry about the rest of it. Okay, so how about this next one? I like this. Coffee stunts your growth. Is that true? Coffee stunts your growth. I don't think I know anything out. Okay, we're definitely going to have a what do you say? A reaffirmment night. We're going to have a reaffirmment night. Everything you always knew was true and is. I'm going to find out how that is. Like, yeah, unmystified. How's that? We'll be unmystified. Okay, so question was coffee stunts or myth was uh, coffee stunts your growth. Yes or no? Coffee, what do you think? Um, I was always told yes. Oh my God, no is an answer. No is an answer. Unmystified. Yeah, I mean, we're going to work with something to kind of counter this. I was always told coffee stunts your growth. And because I wasn't so tall, I was constantly told that. However, my little granddaughter loves coffee and she is tall. That child's tall. I'm thinking, no, that's not true. And the answer is caffeine won't make you shorter. Yay! All those who said that out there. Okay, next up. Sitting close to TV damages your eyesight. Oh no. So, mother, there goes another one because you don't know how many times I said to my kids, don't sit in front of the TV. That's going to ruin your eyesight. You're going to damage your eyes like that. Don't sit so close to the TV. Okay, we're going to move along on this. What say ye? I'm literally breaking a cycle. And that's a good way to look at it. We look at it as if we're breaking that cycle. We surely are. Okay. Sitting close to the TV, the truth is it can cause eye strain. Okay? Can cause eye strain, but it will not damage your eyesight. It can cause eye strain, but it will not damage your eyesight. Okay. Okay. Well, won't be able to use that one for a while. Next, you should wake sleepwalkers gently. Ooh, you should wake sleepwalkers gently. Um, I guess that makes sense, right? Like I wouldn't want to startle anybody. I mean, you're walking around in the world just not, I mean, and wherever, and you don't, yeah, I wouldn't want to startle you. Okay, and the truth of that is actually waking them gently or firmly is safe. Okay, well, I mean, by firmly, you can also be firmly gently. You don't have to yell at them, right? I mean, so gently, firmly. Okay, actually, waking them gently or firmly is safe. Anyone? Anyone? Okay. Next up, sorry. Eating before bed makes you gain weight faster. Eating before bed makes you gain weight faster. What was that recent thing going around? Eat a spoonful of peanut butter before bed because it reduces belly fat or something. Well, that wouldn't sound very true if that were the case. So eating before bed makes you gain weight. It does seem like you couldn't process it as quickly, maybe, but what do you say? Anyone? As long as they don't wake me up. Jules, yeah. Okay, gotcha. Yeah, if I'm sleepwalking, just let me sleep. I'll get to where I'm going and I'll wake up when I get there. Gonna go get some peanut butter, be right back. Right, that's what I thought. I'm good. All right, answer is it's the eating before bed makes you gain weight faster. Truth is, it's total calorie intake, not timing, that matters the most. Total calorie intake, not matters. Now, Jules, at the beginning of this, it did say make sure you have your snacks because myth busting makes you hungry. And you know this group, we can't help but get hungry no matter what we've gotten on the slide going. All right, how about this? Oh, this is a common myth or not. Vitamin C prevents colds. Vitamin C prevents colds. What say ye? Vitamin C prevents colds. Al just sneezed. You didn't hear him, but he just sneezed. I think he has allergies. Okay, answer is it. True. Answer is it boosts the immunity. It doesn't stop a cold completely, but it does boost the immune system. So it does not prevent a cold, but it does boost your immune system. So vitamin C doesn't hurt if you're taking it. Take it. All right, here you go. Myth or not? Dogs' mouths are cleaner than humans. I've seen where dogs lick. I don't know about that. What do you say? Dogs' mouth are cleaner than humans. We are going to be moving on this one. And the truth is, both have germs. Cleanliness varies by individual. So, I mean, they're both, yeah. Mouth is mouth. Dirty, dirty. Germ or germs. Ugh. No. Okay. Last one up, ladies and gentlemen. Twinkies last forever. Didn't they do a study on this or something? I mean, wasn't there a thing about Twinkies or something? I think so. Okay. Truth is, we'll move right along on this. Here we are. Truth is, but since I've been lied to, I'm sorry, Jules. I know we're going to do an unmystified, Jules. We're going to do an unmystified where it's just not going to be so difficult. Okay. It's going to be everything you always thought was true and is. I'm going to work on that segment. That is a segment. Okay. Jumps, none of you eat them and your digestive system breaks them down, but yes. They have so many preservatives they can last a long time, but not forever. True. They say the shelf life is about 25 days. There is no more immortality. I question our silent partner algorithm on this because I think Twinkies can last for years, probably, and still be in that, still feel exactly as they did. However, shelf life is 25 days and there is no immortality. All right, folks. Thank you very much for being here. Thank you for watching. Thank you for playing along. I'm sorry that some of our myth busting was quite shocking, and it gives us some things to think about. Also, some things that we've just learned. Right. John says best of buy date, right? And that best of buy date isn't a end of the world date, right? It's like that's just the preferred date so that they can keep well, and you have to buy, and you kind of know how that goes. But okay, thanks again for watching. We'll be working on a unmystified theme that we can work with. Shoot your ideas on our website, leave them in the comments, let me know what you'd like to do. We will be back next week, same lightning time, same lightning channel. Thank you all for joining. It was great to have you here. Peace and love always. Have a wonderful week. Thank you.